Well, hi everybody. Boy, that's got a lot of glare. Is it not working? Okay, it's working. Everything seems to be good. I'm kind of going to wait for a couple minutes until a few of you come in. I have some things I want to show you. I was bad. I was very bad. So I'm a couple minutes early, partially because sometimes it takes time for the stream to come in. So hi, whoever's here. I'm going to get started as soon as everybody gets here, or at least a few of you get here. Oh, this makes fun noise. I like this noise. That crinkly sound. Hi, Ian. You got here. I think you're the only one here so far. Everybody is, I'm just a couple minutes early, so everybody's waiting. I'm probably waiting to come in at 1 o'clock. Or at noon. Gosh, it's noon here. So, oh, there's a bunch of you here. So, hi, Cheryl. Ian's here. Cheryl's here. I'm just reading chat. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start because I have a few things I want to show you. Hi, Becky. Are you at the house or the cabin today? She's making lunch. Okay. Well, we'll see you when you get done. I have to tell you that on yesterday, I have a meeting. It's a book arts group, the cottage. Great, Becky. So you didn't have to travel this weekend. The book arts group meets on Saturday, and when it does, I try to take the morning and run errands. Okay, and Jeff gave me gift cards for Christmas, so I was going to use a few of them, but I also had a list of things I needed. And one of the things I needed was this score tape, and I had heard that the stuff from Tuesday morning was pretty decent, so I decided I would get some. And so I went to Tuesday morning, which was a downfall, except that they had a bunch of stuff that I was going to get for my Christmas presents, and I ended up not going to a couple of stores because of it. I wanted some new embossing plates, and these are 2 in a pack for $4, and they're regularly, it says $10.99, but this one has a postage. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if I take the paper out where it's not got quite so much glare. But I wanted some all over ones. After I did that project with the book for Lori Murray Jenkins' December challenge, using the bags and making sort of faux leather, I really want some all over designs. Now, can you see that a little better? I hope. Anyways, this one's got sort of a texture on it. This one doesn't intrigue me that much, but I really wanted this one, so I thought I'll find a use for that one. And then this one has bottle caps and rulers, so I thought that would be great. This one is just different kinds of circles. I'm hoping the way I'm holding these is making it so the glare is not too bad. And like I said, they're all over designs. Well, then I went back to the clearance section, and this is a die, and it says Imagine, and I knew I had to have that. So, oh, I'm missing whoever's coming in. Hi, Susan. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. And of course, I love steampunky stuff. So this is I like these heavy dies because you can cut heavier like tag board with them. So that ought to be fun to make pockets and things with. And then they had another one of these embossing folders, and these embossing folders are big, so they're pretty good size. And I just thought that they would make good just all over texture. So I kind of bought stuff at a store that I didn't have a card for, but that was, oh well. So that happens. Now I have to find some place to set it off. And then I went to Hobby Lobby, and I had on my list, I have a customer that only likes leatherback earrings. So, oh, I better say hello to people. Hello, Melody and Patricia and Jerry. Anyway, so I had to get these for work. Well, I had a Hobby Lobby gift card, so I used my gift card for my work stuff and bought the Tuesday morning stuff with my work money. This is black acrylic gesso, and I don't have any black gesso. And what was really good about Hobby Lobby is everything was half off. So I did that. And then this is a really cute little trim. And believe it or not, all the sewing stuff I have, I don't have much trims in the way of trims because I used them all. So it's like little pom-pom balls. I thought it was really cute. So yeah, Jerry, I couldn't come yesterday. Saturdays are when we have our book arts meetings, and this happens to be the wrong Saturday, so I was out all afternoon with that. Then, of course, I had to go to Dollar Tree because I needed a storage basket thing. Well, of course, they did not have the storage basket thing I wanted, but they do have Valentine's stuff right now, guys, and they had heart-shaped paper doilies, which are cool on your jelly plate. So there were 3 sizes. I only got the 2 because I knew I wouldn't use the great big one. But this is, I was looking for something, and this is why I went. Now, it needs to be cleared out some more, but this desk was just overrun with stuff, and it was just everywhere, and it wouldn't stay anywhere. So I got this, and it fits over here under my computer. I'll have to look at the gallery page. Hi, Janet. I didn't see you come in. And Kathy, I hope I haven't missed anybody. Okay, Jerry, I probably need to write down whatever Tuesday that is going to be. Then I wanted to show you something else. I have wanted, it's a craft mat. It was called a non-stick splat mat. And I don't know if you can see, but you see the price on this one? $21. Now, I went to the store yesterday to get the other stuff, and they have them, they were a touch under $20. Okay, but I needed another one because I have another spot that I work, and I didn't want to keep having to move this one. I keep moving it back and forth, and it's a pain. So I wanted to get another one, but I knew that if you get, this is a reusable Teflon cooking sheet. It's the same thing. I paid less than $10 for this. Okay, it's not quite as wide, but it's longer. Oh, it actually is. It is as wide, so it's bigger. It's bigger. I paid $10 for it, less than $10, and it's exactly the same thing. Came with a fancy little thing and a scouring pad. Where'd it go? Well, it comes with a pad to scour it off with, but it's exactly the same thing. You can treat it the same way. So look at a fancy cooking store. Now, I went to, we have a hardware store. Hi, Joey. Is Mary here? Oh, goody. I'm glad you're here, Mary, because I have something I want to show off. Post in the sisters group. Okay, thank you, Janet. Yeah, Jerry, this is fabulous. And now, I don't know that you could get it at Walmart, but it's less than $10. You do have to be careful that you get a Teflon one, not the silicone one, because the silicone one paint does stick to. And like I said, that's way cheaper. Now you can order these online, but I just went to this, it's called Hall's Hardware, and picked it up because I knew they had them, I just didn't know how much they were, so that was considerably cheaper than going to the craft store for it. Next, Mary's here. Okay, Mary, I have something I want to show you. I want to show you all, but I really wanted Mary to see this. You guys know I use this glue all the time. The other day, this one was empty or close to empty. So I took it apart to see if I could put the extra glue down in this one. And the deal is that these come apart on both ends. I always use this tip. This tip right here, it's just a rubber stopper, and it just pulls right out. And it gives you a nice big hole. So I had moved the glue from this one into this one. And then I realized that this end actually unscrews. It unscrews backwards to the cap and comes off, so you can wash this little thing out. Hi, Sherry. And when I realized that, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to make, let me get this back together. There we go. I kind of chewed it up getting it off. Oh, it has, because you have to put it on the right direction, Tanya. Okay. I'm going to make myself a fine line applicator. So I did. I put black paint and I just used black craft paint, and I put a tiny little drop of water in there. And I have to show you, and let's see if it's still, I'm learning, and it's not as fine as some of the ones that Mary uses, but I go through this glue pretty fast, and so, and this cap goes on it, and it keeps it in there, so I figure I'll have a white one in a week or two. Hi, Mike. Yeah, a paint applicator. Now, it would also probably come out the other end, but I'm afraid that it might clog that one up. I don't know. They would come out and you could wash them. Thanks, Mike. I don't know how young I am. Yeah, it's free and it works, Jerry. That's right. Thanks, Janet. And like I said, I go through a lot of this glue. I mean, this one's almost empty, and it's only full enough now because I took what was in this one and filled it, put as much as I could in this one. So I thought that was really cool. Let's put this somewhere where it doesn't get everything sticky. Then you guys saw that I posted this. This is my letters notebook. Oops. Well, I discovered something after I posted the video the other day. I discovered that I don't like reaching in here, so I fixed it so that they're top loading, because it makes it so much easier. The opening's bigger and everything, but I thought I better show you how I did that. That's great, Mary. Well, you know, I know what I'll use it for, Mary. I will use it in my art journal pages to outline stuff. I probably won't use it to make real fine patterns. So for me, it'll work perfect. And I think a black one and a white one, and I'll be really tickled. I'm going to put more paint in it now that I know, too. So, anyways, I wanted to show you how I adjusted this page, because the pages, if you don't do it quite right, you end up with a page that's falling apart. I don't know, Susan, because they would be water-based markers, and I have a lot of water-based markers, so it's not on my I want list, but that's okay. Etsy for what, Jerry? I missed something. Yes, Mary, you're right. I might. Okay, Jerry, I'll ignore it. Anyways, I just cut along the top of this thing. Okay, but once you start getting all of them cut, you have an issue. So then I took this piece of paper out, like so, and I took this little tiny score tape. Now, I tried glue. I did not like glue. It didn't want to work well, and it was taking way too long to dry. So the score tape worked way better. Okay, so then I put one here and one here, but then you need to put one on the back side so that you can continue to use the side pocket if you want. Okay. I cleaned up my desk. Now I can't find anything. What you want to do is you want to put this back in. Oh, yeah, you might be able to share, Susan. So I'm going to put this back in. I got sidetracked, guys. Sorry. And then pull off the tapes. Oops, wait a minute. I forgot to do something. Another thing I found was that the pocket is hard to get into if you don't have one of those little dents in it. Give me just a minute. That one wasn't big enough. There we go. So now, and you can't see it at all well, but there's a little scoop in this. Oh, come on. Ta-da! Top loading pocket. And so we have the top loading pocket, but then on the back side, because I want to be able to stick words and images in here, and like I have some words. Let me see. This is a phrase. This is what? And don't ask me why that phrase I decided to keep, but I can still put phrases and things like that in this back side because it'll work. I won't get in and out of that so much. Oh, don't worry about it, Jerry. Yeah, you can't do two things at once all the time. Some foam stamps. That's right, Joey. When you don't use something and then you use it. Anyways, I wanted to show you because the top loading pockets are way easier to get these out of. So I thought that was, to me, that was important. It was important to get it started. I've got to sit and do that, but that's one of those things I have to have time for, and the last few weeks I haven't had much time for that. So, okay. Let's put things away as we use them. Yeah. Then I have some Happy Mail. Hi, Carl. This is from Spanky Madison. These are postcards that came in for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Congratulations, Mitzi, who is Mindy Bromsky. Yeah, they won't. When you have all those tiny little letters, Susan, they were just getting in the way. So, anyways, this one came in from Spanky Madison, and the texture on it. If you watch her video, she tells you which kind of paper, but it's like a canvas paper, and it has the coolest. Let me see if I can show it to you. It's just fabulous texture. It's just fabulous, and she stamped this design on the back of it too. Hi, Live to Learn. Oh, it's Dana, I guess. Then this one is Becky's from Aunt Beck's Creations, and she did a video too, so you should go watch it because there's a lot of layers in this. And when she started this, I thought she was drawing upside down because she put these little antennae for the bee on there, and I thought, okay, are those little legs? But then she started putting in the eyes, and I realized they were little antennae for the bee. And I just love it, Baker. Thank you. And Spanky, if you come in, thank you for yours too. And everybody said congratulations. So, oh, and Spanky's channel is Spanky's Crafty Corner, I think. So you'll want to check her out too. And this one came from somebody kind of new to me. I wasn't familiar, and she sent me a message to get my address. And isn't it cute? This is a puppy and a kitty, and he's got a bug on his nose. And she put a lot of layers into this one too. And this is from Veronica Mendoza, and her, well, let me see. I thought it said it's Rose. Yeah. Her YouTube channel is Rose City Crafter, and she did a video too. So thank you guys, all of you, for these wonderful postcards, and you just need to check out their videos because they were all fun to watch. And Veronica's, actually, these are hand-drawn little images, so they're really cute. I'm watching everybody. Oh, Beth's here. Guys, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Hey, hello, how are you? I hope that you're having a good day. Oh, and on my trip out, right now is a good time to check the stores, guys. I managed to get another, it goes this way, I guess, another wallpaper book. Oh, I need to send that to Lisa because, you know, she's got some strange wallpaper. Oh, thank you, Janet. Yeah, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Anyways, this has some cool stuff in it, and it had a couple of pieces that I really am excited about trying on the jelly plate. Like this one, it's got quite a bit of texture, and wallpaper on the jelly plate is a lot of fun. So I thought I'd try one of those maybe here pretty soon. Not today, but... Oh, Lisa's here, and Dawn's here. Hello, guys. Oh, that one's heavy too. And I have one more thing to show you before we go to work. The other thing about the book group that I meet with is that they meet. Food chat. I'm okay. The chat is scrolling so fast, guys. I can't even read it. There's a thrift store over in Milton where where the meeting is. So I always want to go over there, and they had 69-cent green sticker day, and then she told me that no, because the books are only 99 cents, she actually gave it to me for 50 cents. So this is a pocketbook of quotes, and I thought they were really nice size. I have a couple of quote books that I like to just cut the quotes out of, but sometimes they're a little too big because the book is too big. Hi, $80. And so I grabbed this one up for 50 cents, and actually I'm going to use this in our project for Tuesday night. Don't forget that Lisa from Lisa My Eclectic Life and I are doing a project Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time. So don't forget that. Anyways, I was going to do that. Then I come across this box, and it had been pulled open, so I got to see what was inside of it, and it was $3.99, not $1. It was $3.99, and it's got some really cool stuff in here. These are flexible, like, plates. I don't know why whoever cut this one cut it, but I don't think they're going to work for stamping, but I think they'll be beautiful on the jelly plate. The thing was that I think they're for polymer clay. Okay, and so there was a bunch of them in here, and I thought, oh, jelly plate, jelly plate. This one's actually kind of got lace. I don't know if you can really see it. We'll have to just play with them. But then there was a bunch of cling stamps in here, and not that I needed any stamps, but I really liked this one. Let me get a piece of paper. I liked these a lot. They were very botanical, and I really liked them. Maybe that's easier to see. There's a whole bunch of little ones in there. Anyways, I got a good deal. This was in there. This is a stencil. It's probably a little fine for a lot of things, but it ought to work for some things. I don't quite know why they cut the stamps apart, but you know, that's all right. I don't care. And then there was this big Harlequin stamp. So, I thought for $3.99 I did good. I got a good deal. Yeah, I don't buy stamps very often, but it was for these texture plates, for the jelly plate, and for this stencil, $3.99 I thought was pretty decent. And then, you know, to get the stamps on top of it, and I did like these. I thought they were real pretty. So there's baby feet. Does anybody need baby feet? Oh, Carl. Oh, dear. I don't know if you can stay awake. I can't stay awake till 1 o'clock. Well, I'm glad that Janet sent you a message then, $80. I'm afraid to watch the Creativation stuff, Cheryl. I'm just afraid to watch the. Oops. Oh, and there was these. Now these came from Rio Grande, so my guess is they're jewelry stencils. And since the other plates are probably for polymer clay, these are for cutting out polymer clay. Give me just a minute. Let me put something white down. I think you can see. No. I don't know that you'll be able to see them, but they're small shapes that are for cutting out polymer clay. And stencils are always good. Hi, Irma. I'm glad to know you were here. I was over in your neck of the woods yesterday. Dawn, did I say hello? Okay, Dawn. Okay. For the baby feet, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I can do that because I sure don't need it. Yeah, Ian, my problem of watching Creativation videos is it makes me want to go there, which will make me want to spend money, which is not a good thing. Okay, guys, who else going to work with me today? Oh, there's something else. Wait a minute. I actually wrote a list, Mary. Okay. Important. Real important. Next Sunday, and I'll tell you this again because I'm not going to cross it off till the end. Next Sunday, I have to be late. I don't know how late, but I have to be late. Okay. Irma, would you message me over on Facebook and we'll get together with it? My sister's coming in from Alaska Tuesday morning, so this next week is going to be gone. But I have to be over there next Saturday, so maybe Saturday for a little bit. Lisa's playing along. $80 if you want. Lisa's address is on the group, on the address sheet in my group. Hi, Patricia. Okay, this chat has gone way too fast for me to keep up. That's really cool, but I think there's at least 4 of you playing, maybe 5. No, Susan, this is not the one that sends me goodies. This is the one that comes from Alaska. Jerry, my desk is always a sight. I think there's 5. Jerry, what we're going to need today is some of this cardstock weight junk mail. It would be a good idea to have a cutting mat and a knife, but you can use scissors. Ruler might help. Metal ruler. If you have them, maybe some circle punches. Tacky glue. Okay, that's at least 6, I think. Becky, she came because Mom's eyes. I think she decided all of a sudden she had to get here. Mary, Lisa, Dawn, Patricia, Jerry, and $80. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay. Thank you, Janet, because that's about what I counted, but I missed. So thank you so much for keeping track. Yes and no, Becky. That's a long story. Hi. Okay, Susan's already been here. All right. Here's the thing. What we're going to do is make an Art Deco window page. And I first started to tell you we were going to make an Art Nouveau window page, and there's a big difference. And this is totally not my idea. I saw something somewhere, probably Pinterest, and they were actually making stencils. But we're going to make a page that's open in our books. Yes, it's scooting by so fast, Susan, I keep missing things. So guys, if I have missed you coming in, I'm sorry. Hello, hello, hello. And the other thing is, if I missed a question, please, 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 ask me again. Okay? Anyways, Art Deco is kind of this 20s kind of very geometric kind of thing. And Cheryl, what we're going to do is make a page that you see through to the next page. So it's going to be very open, kind of like a screen door, but we're going to do the decorative part of the screen door. So what we need is a piece of paper that is a piece of this cardstock stuff that's big enough. Now, here's the thing, is that I folded this one wrong, so it doesn't work. This one would work, okay, and it would give me 2 holes. But what if all I had was a small one? That's okay if you have just a small one, because I can show you how to make it work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one both ways. I'm going to use this kind of big page, and I'm going to fold this like so. Oh, I better check that. I just messed up. Let me get part of this off of here, guys. I should have folded it a little bit more, but that's okay. It has to fit in your book. That's the deal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one where the page is big enough, and I'm going to do one where the page is too small. So if your pages are all too small, you would just take a piece. Okay, I'm not making any sense. I have made everybody confused. I can already tell. Okay. I have a better idea, guys. Okay. Okay, Mary, we'll talk to you later. Okay, this page is good enough where I can do, this is a big one, and I can do the big page on here. But I only have a small piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it with a small piece. So I'm going to fold it in half. And there is the part that goes in my book for my signature, so my other pages would fit into it like this. Okay, this is a small piece, so we're going to do the small piece first. Okay? No, Jerry, I can't because I didn't make one today. I'm sorry. I just didn't have time this week, so I apologize. But so what we're going to do though is we're going to create a frame for our door or our window. Yeah, well, that wasn't why I kept you in the dark. Honestly, Jerry, I kept you in the dark because I was in the dark. So what I want to do is I want a bunch of pieces that are, you know, 3/4 of an inch or so wide. It doesn't matter exactly, but you do want them kind of straight. So if you want to use your paper cutter, that's cool. You want 3 or 4, you want 3 of those actually, 3 pieces that are that size. Now what you want to do is make sure that you don't make your window bigger than your book. Okay? Mary, this is like thin cardstock weight. It is not as thick as cereal box. Okay? It's all of these flyers that come in the mail. Political flyers that were coming. Now, I don't know why, but we seem to get a lot of junk like that. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to create our own little frame here. Okay? Now, the problem is you want to make sure that from this fold to this edge will fit in your book. So my page is going to end up being about 8.5, and my book is 9, so I think I'm going to shorten it up a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit off of this, like 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Now don't throw these little pieces away, this little 1/4 inch wide one. What we're going to do now is we're just going to take some tacky glue and glue this together. So I'm going to put this white piece of paper under here so y'all can see. I'm just going to take some tacky glue and glue it together. Mary, you want it to be thick enough so that it's not going to bend in your book. Does that make sense? I felt like the cereal box cardboard would be a little thick and hard to cut and hard to work with. Okay, let me see. Yeah, political mailer weight, yeah. Magazine cover work, yes, Mary, that might be a little bit thin. This is a little thicker than a magazine cover. It's really more like cardstock, like the kind you actually make cards with. Okay, now I have that glued together. I'm going to set that aside for a minute and show you how to work with one that's big enough. Okay, if this is big enough, what we can do is well, it would help if I made sure it was straight. Or reasonably straight. Guys, you do know I rarely measure, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut a hole in the paper. So and granted, I am actually cutting 2 holes, which I probably shouldn't try to do. I should probably only try to cut 1 at a time. You could do this in an altered book. You could do this as a page and tip it into a book. And that's not as totally straight as I would like, but it's pretty good. If you don't have a mat knife to get these cut out, you have to cut a little hole, and then you would need to use your scissors to cut it. And that works too. I'm not doing so hot today, guys, just so you know. There we go. It just didn't want to cut. There we go. Okay. Now, after all that craziness, and yep, cardstock paper would work perfectly, Beth. If you, I'm using junk mail, but if what you have is cardstock, cardstock works. And no, Lisa, it does not need to be square. Rectangle would work fine. The only reason mine are coming out square is because of the way I folded them. It's not a big deal. What we're doing right now, Beth, is right. We're making a frame. See, right now I have a frame that I glued together and a frame that I cut out. And both of these, that is one page. Let's see here. There's one page. Or there's one page. Scrapbooking paper, Carl, if it's the cardstock weight. If it's paper weight like copy paper, it's not going to be heavy enough. You need some that you would make a card out of. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you're here. So let me know, guys, when you get a frame made, whether you're cutting it out or whether you're building it. Let me know when it's, yeah, Carl, if it's thick, that would work perfect. Perfect. And I think I'm going to move this. We'll see. Hopefully I won't need it. Come on. There, maybe you can see a little better now. Okay, Dawn's ready. The thing is, Lisa, this would make 2 pages, and yes, you can cut a frame in this other side. So however you want to make your frame, right now we're just working on one, so I didn't go ahead and cut the other one out. This would be, you know, a page. Give me just a second. Let me find something to turn into a page. Oh, a piece of paper will work. If I was making a signature, you know how this makes one page and this piece makes the other page? We're going to make two, so Susan, you're right. If all else fails, you could use copy paper and glue it together. Now, you could use cereal box cardboard. The problem is putting cereal box cardboard in here. Hi, Barb. Does that make sense? Okay, Lisa's ready. So I'll finish this one later. I'm going to work just on this one for now. Uh-oh. Let's see here. There we go. My chat quit scrolling. Mary had to go get stuff, so I don't know if she's ready yet. I'll be right back, guys. Would you turn up the heater 1 degree? I turned it way down and I'm cold.
It's cold outside.
Okay, that's what I thought. Maybe 2 degrees. I'm sorry, guys. I had turned the heater down because yesterday we had real warm weather. I mean warm weather. Okay, Mary's going to catch up. You need a frame, Mary. A frame that's going to support your page. Anyways, Jeff came in from outside. He says it's cold outside, which it does that here. No, Jerry, I just made it 3/4 of an inch or so just because that gives you a little bit more to grab. But if you wanted to make it thick, or if you wanted to make, say you wanted your window to only be half of your page, you could do that. And then you could write down here or something. Jerry, it sounds like you're living in South Dakota. We're so used, but yesterday was like 77, and then today it's cold. So, okay, so now we're going to need a bunch of little strips that are roughly 1/4 of an inch. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps changing. It does, though. I'm using my cutter backwards. No wonder I can't figure out what I'm doing. So we're going to need a bunch of little strips that and I'm just cutting up another flyer to make them. Now you could sit and cut this. You could draw it and cut it if you wanted to, but that is not how I wanted to do it. I felt that that would make me crazy. I think I got about 6 strips, and mine are pretty long, so depends on how many you need. You're just going to need 6 or 7. If we cut 1/4 inch strips now, we'll have them for our other page. Okay. Yeah, Janet, a paper cutter is one thing that is really, really helpful. But if you don't have it, use your scissors. I have a couple of paper cutters. I have a big guillotine paper cutter, but I've had that since right after high school. I was making, I was a photographer, so cutting up paper for prints and things, I have a big guillotine cutter. Now that little one, now this one, I've had this one, oh gosh, a long time. It's hard to find the little blades that go in it now. This blade actually pops out. Let me see if I can do it. It would pop out if I wasn't to show you. And it's just got a tiny little blade, but it's sharp on both sides. And that gets worn out. And these are a little hard to find because the new cutter is a different style. Yeah, Janet, and you might want to get reviews because, like I said, mine is old. This is a Fiskars cutter. This back in, and it also, this one had a scoring blade too that you could pop out. Janet, you can buy the new style at Walmart, but this particular style is a little different than the new one. So, and mine is kind of old and it doesn't always cut perfect. So, but it comes out like this so you can measure. But there's 2 or 3 different cutters on the market, so you might want to what kind did you get, Susan? Did you get the new Fiskars one? Okay, guys, how are we doing? Lisa's ready. Mary said to go on without her if she's not ready. Dawn is ready. Yes, Mary, I made a folded piece like this so that my frame is attached to the page so that when I turn my page, I will have an open page. See, this is part of this page. This is part of the page on the back. Beth's ready and Patricia's ready. $80 ready. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. Oh, Jerry, how are you doing? The thing about Art Deco is it's got a lot of geometric ideas in it. So you can do so many things. Let me put white paper underneath here. It'll be easier for you to see. Let's just cut. So I'm just going to cut some of these in half. I'm just going to give you some little bits of ideas. Okay. Okay. A lot of times these are closer together. And I'm not cutting anything perfect right now because I know I'm going to adjust things a little bit. Art Deco part is the look of your window. And that can be done. Yeah, the only problem with the cereal box is they're a little heavy. So try to go for something that's a little bit lighter than the cereal box. But if you don't have anything, go for the cereal box. Hi, Holly. And Lori. Yeah, this is that could be it. Okay. So, or we could do, let's go a different way. Oh, that kind of looks too well, maybe not. It's kind of a stained glass thing, but it's not because it's open, more window-like. So that's the idea. I'm going to start with mine and work on it. Hi, Judy. Guys, if I have missed anybody coming in, hello, hello. We're working on sort of an Art Deco window page. I just have some paper laying under this so you can see it. I cut up a bunch of little strips. And I'm going to glue it together here. Now, if you want this to be exactly accurate, you might want to measure. Thank you, Patricia. Oh, Lori did it too. Thank you, guys. And I'm using tacky glue, guys, because these flyers are sticky. Are slippery, not sticky. Slippery. Doggone. Must be brain dead this morning. Hi, Kim. We're making some sort of window type pages. I call them Art Deco pages because they're very geometric. We're just kind of making a page that will be open. See how this is open? Lori, yeah, it could easily be used as a stencil. And honestly, I'm pretty sure what I saw that gave me the idea, they were making a stencil. The only thing I would say about this is that if you use very thick of a piece of paper and you're gluing it together, making a stencil, you may have bleed underneath. But yeah, you could use it for a stencil for sure. Yes, Lisa, I'm sorry. I posted in group to ask if we could change our mind, if I could change our mind about doing this different. We're not going to use the dryer sheets and stuff today. For some reason, the other project just didn't resonate. And so I changed my mind about doing it. Hello, Joan. Okay, Ian. Glad you popped in. Oh no, this is part of the journal. I just changed my mind as far as I'm going to put this in the journal. What I may do, I may put some paint on this one. Just because I think it might be cool to have it painted. I haven't decided yet. Oh no. It's part of the journal, Lisa. Sue, I'm glad you're liking it. I like it. I always have to think about what I want it to look like, though. Yeah. Okay, that works. Joan, what it is these are those junk mail flyers that you get that are like cardstock, and we cut and made a window. Now I made this window by adding pieces around, but you could cut a window in a page like this. Oh, okay, Lisa. No, for some reason the dryer sheet project just didn't just wasn't making me happy this week. You know how when you've got something in your mind and you're not sure, but the little test runs I did, I wasn't happy with what I was getting for. I need another week. And this is going to go in our junk journal book. That one is not up high enough. There we go. And Lori, if you're still here, I saw somebody do something, and I think they were making a stencil, and it triggered this idea for our junk journal. Oh, that one's a little too short. We have to use a long one. Art Deco, yeah. I double checked it because I had in my head it was Art Nouveau, and that is not. It's Art Deco. And there's a little difference. Art Nouveau is more curly. It has more, the pieces flow more. They're not as geometric. I did look that up, Jerry. I did think to be sure I knew what I was talking about with that one, because I wasn't sure before. Oops, I've glued myself to the paper. Not good. There we go. I almost think this needs another line across the top. You want to make sure your page is at least sturdy enough so that when you're turning it in your book that it's not going to crumple. So I think I'm going to add one more piece up here. Okay, was it that way, Susan? I wasn't sure whether and Holly, I do like both styles. The Art Nouveau was just going to be a little harder to cut out of cardboard. And Susan, I wasn't sure which one came first. I should have looked that up and I didn't. Okay, I think I need to put glue in the middle right here. Okay. Okay, I have finished that one. How about that? Yeah, Holly, I mean, especially since how we don't have a lot of tools, but I am going to show you something that is a little bit more curvy in just a minute. Thank you, Joan. I really liked how it came out. Now, I will probably, when this dries, I'm thinking I may paint it black. Just because it will be cool in my book if it's painted black. Let me get out one of my pieces here. So this is one of my pages from my book, and so then this will go on it, and you'll see what's behind it. So depending upon what piece is behind it, you got. Awesome, Lisa, I'm glad you like it. And like I said, I may paint this black when I get it, when we go to put it in our book. Let me know, guys, when you get done. Lisa's done. Dawn's having fun. A deco bird. Oh, yes, it is kind of a bird. You're right, Janet, it's a bird. Mm-hmm. Okay, Dawn's done, Patricia's done, Lisa's done. That's 3. Beth, how are you doing? And Mary, are you catching up? Yes, probably, Joan. I'll probably tuck this between a couple of different layers so that, give me just a minute, let me get another one out. I don't know which layers I'll put it between yet, but I'll probably tuck it in like so. So that you see something on one side and something on the other side, and it depends on, oops, be careful if you're playing with it because it'll pop apart. It'll depend on what I've got that I want it to show up. So that's the plan anyways. And Mary's about done. The only thing about that was, Cheryl, is then all of these pieces I'm throwing away would be painted. It won't be hard to paint this afterwards. Yeah, Janet, I love the squares behind it too, and that's the quilting we did, the paper quilting, paper piecing we did last week. Okay, guys, you need another frame. However, you're going to cut your frame out this time. So we need another frame for the next one. I'm going to set this down where it can dry. Okay. So we need a frame. We're going to need a bunch more of those little 1/4-inch strips. If you used all your 1/4-inch strips up like I did. You won't need as many this time because we're going to use some other pieces. Thank you, Susan. Yeah, it's very much what I saw when I looked it up. And I figured around the 20s was the deco. So guys, check out what Susan said. If you haven't, she says that the Nouveau period was from 1890 to 1910, and it was an ornamental, floral, asymmetric forms, and the deco was 1910 to 1935 with geometric, bold, mirrors, metallic, and symmetry. And I saw some asymmetrical stuff in the geometric, but it was probably in the area where it was going from one to the other. Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, guys, if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up. Okay, so this time we need some circles. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to make a circle without a circle punch. You just put that down like that, and then make a lovely little line around it, and cut it out with your scissors. Okay, now we want at least a pretty good size circle. Depends on how big your frame is. My frame's not very big this time. Okay, so we have a circle. Now, the other option is to use a hole punch. And what I'm going to do this time for my circle is I'm not going to punch this in the middle. I'm going to punch it off center. Like so. Okay. Now, if you don't have a hole punch and you're trying to cut a circle in the center, we need a smaller piece. We take our oh, I missed the spot. There we go. I missed somebody coming in. Oh, okay. Then what I usually do is I usually punch a hole with my little scissors, cut out to this edge, and I do that 2 or 3 times. It lets me get my scissors in there better. I just cut out to my line from the center. And I actually have done it more than halfway around, because then when you start cutting this, there's flecks in the cardstock. Okay. And now we're going to use the lines and the circles together in this piece to make our design, however we decide we're going to do it. Okay. Hi, Mindy, did you pop in? Let me show you the other one, Mindy. Oh, yeah. This is the first one I did. So now you're going to use some circles in with your straight lines. That's the plan. And it's good to have your circles be open. They do not have to be off center the way mine are. They can be dead in the center. But the designs I saw in my head and the designs I saw online were kind of off center. I don't know exactly why, but that's what they were. Thank you, Mindy. And these are just cardstock weight flyers. You could use sheets of cardstock. You know how when you have a plan and then you forget what your plan is? Holly, you have a new name? Yes, Cheryl. Uh-huh. Now, Lisa calls that auditioning things. Well, my auditions sometimes go awry. Yeah, I suppose you could, Cheryl. Oh, Kendra's here. Hello, Kendra. Okay, Kendra, we're making sort of an Art Deco window. I'll show you the other one as soon as I get this one glued together. This is the other one, Kendra. I thought that one came out pretty cool. I'm liking this one too. I think that I'm calling this one done. Oh, I have another idea. Oh, yes. Okay. Lisa's ready. Yeah, Cheryl, this whole project has been a really interesting way to use junk mail. Sherry's ready. Cheryl, that's what happens when I go from my regular computer to this one. Holly, I stream Sundays at noon Central Time, except for next Sunday. I will be late next Sunday. I still plan on coming, but my the book sale is next Sunday, and it is at 10 o'clock in the morning, and so I don't think I can get back home by noon, so I'm going to be a little late. I don't think I'll be terribly late, just a little late, hopefully. So next Sunday, you know, maybe closer to 1 o'clock, because we'll have to get back from downtown. Okay, Lisa. Lisa, the other thing is, Holly, Lisa from My Eclectic Life and I are going to be doing Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. Central. Lisa and I are doing a project together. I also have a Facebook group, and so does Lisa and Aunt Beck. Mary streams. Becky, is it your group that has the... Mary streams Tuesdays and Thursday mornings early. Friday evening. Lisa streams Monday night, and Becky streams Wednesday night. Sure you could. These would be perfect, Cheryl, in an altered book. You would just, let me get a book. Okay. If you were doing an altered book, likely as not, you would have glued some pages together like this. And you would have glued some pages together over here. Then what you would do is you would cut out a window in this page and this page so that you could put your pieces in between and then glue the frame together. Patricia, I did say that, but it doesn't mean I won't go get some more. Okay, Holly, that's awesome. Yeah, I stream Sundays at noon Central. And once in a while in between, but usually this is the time. Yeah, I have way too many books, Patricia, but that doesn't stop me at all. Okay, how are we doing? Is everybody ready to go on to the next one? I had an idea. You know, when you have epiphanies in the middle of something? Yes, Patricia, we are bad. Well, I didn't need any more stuff, and here I went and bought more embossing folders. Okay. Okay, Beth's ready. Patricia's ready. I know Sherry's ready and Lisa's ready. Lisa went off for a few minutes, but Mary, are you close to? We're going to do another one. So what I need you to do is to make another frame, either on your, however you made your original frame. Either by building it. I think I'll do that one. I think I'll build that one. Oh, good. That's the right size. I made my frames about 3/4 of an inch. So however you want to do your frames. Jerry, are you still here? Yes, vanilla folders would work real well. Beth, yes. File folders? Yep, they would work real well. Anything that's, and so would cardstock. I mean, and Carl was going to use heavy scrapbook paper, which is cardstock weight. So oh, she's got, yeah, Jerry, that happens. It's hard to type when you've got glue stick on your fingers, isn't it? Okay, Mary. Sorry. I'll wait till everybody's got their frame made before I go on with this one though. Oh, that must be in too far. Okay, Joan, see you later. Tombow glue stick, Jerry? Not this? Oh, cool, Becky, that's awesome. Extremely sticky glue Tombow. Okay, because I use this a lot. This is a Tombow. It's called Mono Liquid Glue Aqua. I did not put the lid back on my bottle. Okay, the green one. Okay, I'll have to look at that because it may be, I'm sure a different formula. They have different, the colors of the cap is to do with whatever kind of glue is in there. So I'll have to look at the green one. But yeah, I love this glue, Jerry. This one is, and the tip is tiny down here and big up there, and it works real well. Okay, we're making another frame, guys. As soon as you have another frame done, let me know. The green is super sticky, okay? I'm going to have to get some green. Okay, Becky is ready and Beth is ready. Yeah, and Becky, that's 2 parts. And I haven't gotten enough process videos done to get to that one yet. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go on to the next one, and basically we're going to use the similar things, but this time instead of using big chunks of this, we're going to, I had my circle drawn out and I cut it out, so now what I'm going to do is to cut out like 1/4 of an inch of it, just with my scissors like so, and I'm going to cut 2 or 3 of those. And they're not perfect. And now I can make them like so. I think I need another one. Oh, I don't like that one though. I need another. But I'm going to put some straight lines in it too. So One of the things about the things I saw was that when you had the circles in this particular era, they always had those straight lines in it. Or it seemed to. At least to those things I was looking at. So it might go like this. I haven't decided yet. Okay? So I'm going to need another circle so I can cut around it because I'm too far out on the other one. Okay, I need to read chat for a minute. Yes. They're right now the lines on the left of the frame. Okay. Right here, this part where this fold is right now, that is the center of your signature. So one page will be on one side of the signature, the other page will be on the other, just like so. Does that make sense, Susan? And then if I put, like I might put this in between. Okay, so I would have page, page, page. Okay, good. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be lazy. Have a punch. Yeah. It's a crappy punch, but I have a punch. Put that away for something else. I needed some more curvy pieces. I got plenty of straight lines, I think, but oh, that one's a whole circle. I might just use that one just like it is. Uh-huh. Oh dear, Lisa. Okay, Lisa, did you get one with circles in it? You got page 2, right? Yeah, Cheryl, washcloth with vinegar on it really helps. Okay, page 2 is good. What I did was, Lisa, where I cut the circle out last time, I just took and cut about 1/4 of an inch around it so that I have these curvy pieces. Like so. Keep going, Danya. Ah. I even like that one with the solid piece in it, but most of the windows won't have that. And then I'm working, and I haven't gotten very far as getting it done. But the round pieces will also have some lines in them. So like if I put this on here like so, I'll put some lines in them too. Sorry for what, dear? Cheryl, sorry, I don't know. You didn't do anything to upset me. I think it was Danina over at the art bar that told me about using vinegar on her cloth. If that's what you're talking about. Okay, I'm just going to glue and then take it from there. That's what I've decided. I'm gonna put some glue on it, and then I'll put the next piece down. Because it's not wanting to behave. There. Oh, okay. Texting is, yeah. Susan, I was going to tell you, my sister who sends me goodies, she's supposed to come in July. Neither one of them have been here in over 3 years, so it's about time. Holly, mine is more than my fingers that make the typos. My brain makes a lot of typos too, I think. Any place these cross, I try to glue them because it just adds strength to your window. Oh, that was good. Long enough, yeah. Susan, you know, now they have what you call pull-it yards as far as the car parts, but back in the day, I can't remember, you know, I don't remember it, but my, well, 62 would have been about right because I would have been little. My uncle would take his trash to the dump and come home with stuff. He came home with fabric, like a huge truckload of fabric one time. My mother tells about that. But apparently, wherever Stephanie goes, it's actually they have a building where they put stuff that people bring that's supposed to be good. So she said there's always a ton of books. But she does bring me send me some cool stuff. Got glue on my mat. Need another piece. In South Dakota, they didn't, you could take it, you just paid for it if you took it. But I used to go get wood at the dump, firewood. It was nothing special in the way of wood, but the dump separated out the wood that came, you know, yard waste. They separated out yard waste. So if the tree trimmer guys had trimmed trees and had big logs and stuff, and I mean sometimes I brought home pretty big logs, but I would go every morning, I'd drop off my kidlet at school, and then I would go to the dump and pick up 500 or 600 pounds of firewood. That's when we lived in South Dakota, because we had to prepare in case we had a storm and had power outage. It was a good thing that I had a whole bunch of firewood. The second winter we were there, we were without power for 4 days, so it was but I had one of those mama vans, you know, just one of those cargo van, not a cargo van, but just a regular van. And I would go and pick it up in the back of the van. And my job was to pick it up and bring it home, and Jeff's job was to split it, and Brandon's job was to stack it. So yeah, Susan, yep. Holly, yeah, when I was in Michigan, when I was younger, my grandfather always got it from the slash piles in the forest. The thing was, Susan, is that it was hard work, but at the same time, it was free. I did not have to pay for it coming out of there. The wood was free. They had to weigh my trailer going in, and they weighed my trailer going out. So now if you took something to the dump, yard waste you got to dump for free, but the other stuff you had to pay based on the weight of what you put in the dump. Okay, that one is done. I'm happy with that one. Oh, cool, Becky. I can't wait to see it. Oh, cool, Becky. I cannot wait to see it. Thanks, Susan. The thing of it is that all of these things I've done, you can translate to other projects. They don't have to be done with junk mail. Um, there's no reason that you can't do all of these kinds of things in your altered books or in your art journal, or and they don't have to. This could be done with nice cardstock. If you did it with like black cardstock, you wouldn't even have to paint it. I'm liking that one a lot. And look what happens if you put this one like so, and then this one, oh, it doesn't show up as much as I thought it might because it's tucked back there. Let's see about this one. It'll be fun. Guys, I will be right back. I have to go get something. I have an idea I want to play with. It was one of those things I thought of a few minutes ago. So I'll be right back while you guys finish up their third page. Oh yeah, Susan, I think the manila folders will work perfect. The file folders will be perfect. I just broke the box. Yep. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. First off, I had to run to the little girl's room. How's everybody doing? Okay, I need to check out I need to check out chat, see what's going on. Yes, I'm thinking about that too, Lisa. Okay, wait. Oh. Uh-oh, Mary's having fun with her X-Acto knife. Yes, Lori, that sounds really cool. Okay. Yeah, the doodles that Mary's been doing, too. That was another thing that made me think of. Okay, Lisa's playing with another page, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do one more page, and then I have this idea I just kind of made a mess with. So, I've got one more page to do. I'm going to trim this one out. And, I had an idea of how to make kind of more of an Art Nouveau kind of shape to it. Okay, so I've made such a big old mess I don't have my ruler. There we go. Okay. And I'm sorry for the loud banging noise. I dropped the box that my markers were in, and I ended up breaking the box. So poor Jeffrey's freezing, I guess. He's got socks on. He never wears socks. Oh, come on now. Behave yourself. There we go. Okay, what am I missing in chat here? Uh-oh, Dawn, that's not good. Lori, yeah, that would work. That would work. What I thought for this one was, let me find a piece of stuff that's left. Is this big enough to go across there? No, but this one is that if we wiggle our scissors like so, and then so we're making wavy lines this time. Instead of straight lines. Okay. Let's not put that where it's going to get bent. Oh dear. That's kind of fun. I kind of like this circle. I'm wondering if I cut it in half. And put these this way. Nope, I like them going this way. So we might need a piece to go straight across. All right. Yeah, Susan, he turned the heat up. When he turns the heat up, I know it's cold. Holly, you need Mary? She's just listening, so she might not see the chat. Holly, Mary is saying, Holly is saying, Mary, Mary, Mary. Hi, Mark. Okay, Mark, that's fine. I'm glad you got home in that snow. That was not pretty. I'm not sure what she wanted, Mary. Oh, you were, Holly says she's just saying hi to her. Okay. I'm sorry, Mary. Holly was saying Mary, 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 so I knew you were listening and not reading, so. Oh, don't worry about it, Holly. I'm sure she's fine. Mark, you can keep your snow. The chilly weather's bad enough. You don't understand. When it snows down here, absolutely nobody knows how to drive in it. And they're all will go out in it anyways. Irma, are you still here listening? Uh-oh, Lisa. I'm sure it is fine. If you really, really, really hate it, you can always cut it off and start over again. But I'll bet it's fine. It's probably just like when you do a pick 10 and you go, oh, this is terrible, and then it ends up gorgeous. Mark, once when we lived near Detroit. We lived in Rochester, and we had been snowed in for several days, and My mother had not been able to get out. I mean, they had plowed all the main roads, but they had not plowed our road. The next door, my mom took care of a bed-bound patient at the time. She's a nurse, was a nurse. And the next door neighbor called and said, "We're out of formula, and my next door neighbor needs to get out to her patient. It's been 5 days. Why hasn't the side roads been cleared?" And suddenly they cleared the side roads just like that. Okay, I'm going to try and put together a swap of artist trading bookmarks. That's cool, Mark. Do you want to post it in my group when you get it sorted out? Hi, Susan. I have a bunch of little pieces that are not useful. I'm trying to clean up. Yeah, no one can get out. Just okay. Everybody, let me know how you're going. Lisa, have you made it come together? I think it'd be fun, Mark. Lisa is going to do a tag swap too. Not Lisa, Becky. Becky's doing a tag swap in her group. Figure it out and let us know, Mark. Okay, such as it is. Okay. Okay, and did you see Mark? Beth's in. So, how's everybody doing? Maybe. Oh, that'd be cool, Lisa. Don't paint it just yet because I don't want it to be wet. I want to show you something. I had this idea. Okay, guys, I had this idea, and this is something that, oh, dang it, this would work too. Okay, we're going to try it with this wax paper. Okay, but I had this idea just all of a sudden a little bit ago when I thought about using, this is packaging, okay? It came off the new embossing folder, but it's not big enough. So I went and got these transparency sheets that I had gotten at the thrift store, okay? And that would work, but not everybody has that, and they're pricey if you don't have them. So let's try wax paper for my idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the wax paper in there. Of course I got an idea. Oh, that'll be nice, Mark, to have a few days off. I'm going to take my Mary suggested Pen Plus gear. I'm going to take a permanent markers, what I'm going to use, and I'm going to draw around all of my little spaces just with black. This will just help me to know where I need to color. Now this is wax paper, and I'm not going to guarantee it'll work, but I think it will. If you had transparency sheets, it probably would work very well. Uh-oh, I let it slide. But we'll know in a minute if this is going to work. Now this is wax paper, so you're going to want to let your marker dry a little bit before you go on to the next part. Okay. Let's see how. Okay, not too bad. Now, I have markers. These are permanent markers. And I can color in this is just on wax paper, guys. Where'd my piece of white paper go? Okay. And once I get the background painted black, then I could put this, I could just glue this to my page, and I have stained glass. And yeah, but Mary, with the metallic paint might not let you see through it. And I was thinking that, see, this is now transparent so that you can still see whatever might be back there. Like a stained glass window. So give me a second. I'm going to put some paint on this. Ooh, that was a lot of paint. Well, I thought it was a lot of paint. And if you don't have wax paper in your craft room, guys, you probably want to get some. It's really nice for lots of things. Things don't stick to it real hard, bad. And okay, that's not the best coat of black paint, but I will get some more on it later. That's just for, I want to let it get dry. Ooh, shoot. Okay. So if I set that aside, now it'll get dry. Oh, I hope I'm not shaking the table too bad. Yep, tracing paper would work beautifully, Susan. Something you could see through. Something that would let the light through. The transparency film would be great, but not, I mean, they're, if you don't have them, they can be, I mean, I got those at the thrift store for little or nothing. Boy, that black paint made a mess. So now I can do some more coloring. Let's see what else we want to do. Yes, Mary, that's drop paper. It works great for drop paper. Laugh at Mary for you. Okay. Ha ha, Mary. Yeah, Mary, if you cut flourishes, if you were cutting out your designs, then you could go more towards the Art Nouveau style, which was very, very floral, very fluid kind of things. You know, and you could color this less carefully, but I thought it would be prettier if I was careful. You could set little images into the windows. See, I get these ideas all the time. They just pop in there. I hadn't thought, I was just making the screen doors when I thought the idea up. Page protectors. Patricia, that would work perfectly. Page protectors. Hello, speech fairies. Good that you dropped in. We're making stained glass to go in our Art Deco windows at the moment. Guys, have you ever put wax crayons between wax paper? If you have, that would be cool to do too. Put the crayons between the wax paper and then use it in your window. And the thing is you could cut this out. You could sit with a knife and cut out all of these designs with a knife. It was just so much easier for me to stick them together. Anybody who's come in late, I want to remind you that next Sunday I will be late. The book sale is Sunday, and while I don't need any, I'm going to go to the book sale. You never know, I might come up with a another language book or something that's good. The other thing is, I want to remind you that Lisa and I are doing a hangout Tuesday night. We have a Lori Marie project that we're going to work on. We're going to each do our own version. And actually, it'll be the next 2 Tuesday nights, guys, because we decided we're not going to be able to finish in one Tuesday. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, yes, Mark, an old photo album page would work. Well, you couldn't join this Society of Idea, Tanya. I could join the Society of Idea. Honey, I've been doing that. I just I just watch. I don't go to Dee Dee's lives usually because of the timing. But I have a Society of Idea Collectors notebook, and I did all of the works, all of the exercises in the beginning that she did. Speech Fairies, I'm in Florida now. Granted, we're in North Florida, but it's pretty chilly down here. When my husband comes in and says it's cold outside, and then he puts on socks and long pants, it's pretty chilly. And when he turns up the heat, it's very chilly. The big thing is, Mary, is that one idea leads to another. You know, I see something, okay, and then I just pop and it comes into my mind. Now, I told, who was it I told? I can't remember who I told, but this page, let me see here, where is it at? This page right here that we did, that is because we were in a restaurant and the fabric on the booth had an odd pattern to it. And that's where that idea came from. Yes, Mark, we're going to do a hangout. We're going to do it live on YouTube at 7 p.m. Central Time. Janet, do you know? Oh, Lisa, you should know. Lisa, could you post a link to the Lori Marie video so that they know what the supplies kind of are if they want to play along? Oh, okay. Yeah, Mary, that my phone has never understood me at all, so I would really like a phone that would, when you say call Jeff, it would call him. Okay, Lisa's going to post a link for us, guys, of the video that we're going to, of the project that Lori Marie did that we're going to do. It's a scrap project, so you don't need a lot of stuff. But if you have an idea of what we're going to do, then you have an idea of, and I am not using playing cards. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to use, but I'm not using playing cards. I don't know what Lisa's using for her base, but I'm using something different. So, you know, it does not have to be exactly like hers. But that's the project we're going to do. And we decided it was definitely not going to get done in one night. For one, the drying time is going to take a little bit, so. There, Lisa's posted the link. Yeah, Mary, that's true. She has been. And, I hate to say this, but I don't color. This is about the most coloring I get to. I, as a child, didn't like to color, so. That means staying inside the lines, and it doesn't suit my personality very well. So all of the different things that we could use to make these windows, I grabbed a piece of wax paper, plastic packaging, tracing paper, transparency films, a sheet protector, a page out of an old photo album because they had that plastic on them. Let me think, what else did we come up with? Seems to me we had another idea. Oh, mental mind mapping? Okay. That's true, Mary. The big thing is to remember to write them down. I try to write everything down right away on little pieces of paper, and then I have a place I stick them, and then I put them in more organized order in my notebook. If I don't, then I kind of don't remember them. If I wait to put it in, I can't walk across a room half the time before I've forgotten something. So let's see how dry that got. It's still a little wet. There, that's what it's kind of going to look like. Yes, Janet has just written down, we're going to start on my channel on the 22nd, and Lisa's going to host on the 29th. And I'll tell you a little secret. Jerry and I are working out something for February. So that's a little secret because, you know, we don't have it figured all out yet. Cheryl, I think watercolor on wax paper would not, it would smear all over everywhere. The only reason the alcohol is drying is because, ooh, I better not leave that there. The only reason that the alcohol is drying is because, or the paper's drying is because it's alcohol. Mary said that acrylic paint worked, but I don't know how dense it would be, whether you'd see through it or not. Thank you, Barbara. Oh, that's hello. That's a different Barbara. Well, that's okay, Mary. I mean, it's one of those things. Yeah, Barbara, we really think it'll be fun. We think it'll be fun. It's projects that we both want to do. They're not big projects. They're just little projects. I'm going to go ahead and try to paint these while you guys are working. I don't know how you guys... Thanks, Janet. I don't know how you guys are doing as far as getting finished, but I'm going to go ahead and try to paint both of these. Dang, that paint is really runny. While I can, and get them started painting, because I am going to paint them before they're... That paint's very runny. Yeah, Mary, if I don't write it down, it's gone. Sometimes it's gone before I can get to the pencil. That's the biggest problem. Now, when I set this aside, guys, I know that there is paint on the bottom, so I make sure that I set it over here on some freezer wrap that's got plastic on it. That way it won't stick. $80 got glue all over. Oh dear. That's not good. Lisa wasn't happy with her last page. I don't know how she's doing with it. Now, I don't know that I'm going to put the stained glass in but the one page. I really like the idea of everything showing through. So I may not put that. Either that, or I might put it in just those smaller pages and not this big one. Something on that order. And to me, this looks like I'm going to have to paint it twice because it's not sticking. I probably should have used my new black gesso. And whoever suggested that we paint that cardstock first might have been the right idea, because this is kind of messy. It might have been easier to paint it first and cut it up. I won't get any stained glass, but it's going in the book. Okay. Well, how about one of your first pages, Lisa? You could do stained glass on them. Okay. Oh, good, Susan. Yeah, Jerry, I think mine's going to need 2 coats too. So, you know, it's going to be one of those things I have to finish up later. Not a big deal. So, oh dear, what a mess. Ick. I guess that's why I don't use black paint very much. Sorry, I can't work until I get it all cleaned up. There we go. Yes, alcohol markers, that's what these are. These are Sharpie alcohol markers, Cheryl. Pretty much anything permanent's alcohol. Okay, see, Lisa, and I'm probably only going to do stained glass in 1 or 2 of mine. I should have done it before I painted that other one, but oh well. Yeah, gold behind the matte black, Mary, will be beautiful. I just don't know how well you can see through it, and that's fine. It'll be a different kind of page. Yeah. Okay, I gotta get a drink. I'll be right back. Okay. I know part of you are still working. Can you pay attention for just a minute? I want to make sure you hear this. Next week, because it's a short time, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea. I'll have to come up with something little, okay? Because I'm going to be late, and I don't want to do something that's going to be running too late for you guys. But for future, I need you to get, aha, that's why I had that pin out. Now I've lost it. Okay, maybe it's this one. I need you to get something that, and I'm not ready to go. I thought we'd come up with, I'll come up with something else to do. Well, you're true, Mary. It just lets light through. That's right. It just lets light through. I need you to have something that is small and round. This is one of my metal mandrels, and it's 3/32. This is a plastic coffee straw. The inside of an ink pen. Oh, that one's not going to come out. There we go. The inside of an ink pen. That would work. Uh-oh, Lisa. First off, it's bad that he's not feeling well. So something on that order. Now, I thought I had barbecue skewers. Do you think I can find them? Cannot find them. I'm not sure. Some of them are thick, but I think a barbecue skewer would work. You know, the little bamboo skewers. Ooh, now that's pretty, Mary. I can't wait to see it. Are you going to do a video, or are you going to take pictures? And Lisa, I hope he feels better soon. anyways, that's something I need you to be on the lookout for in the next week or two. We may do the project with the dryer sheets next week. I'm not sure. So make sure you have your dryer sheet plastic packaging, or oh, my brain is gone. Something on that order. So, and then these for in the future. So, shall we do something else? Or do you guys need to go? It's not even 3 o'clock yet, and I'm usually here till 3:30. So, do you want to do something else, or do you want to go find something else to do? I'm just going to let my stained glass dry. I'm going to let my black things, oh man, they're so pretty when they're black. They're just really pretty, guys, when they're black. I'm trying to think what else we might want to do. Make a tag? Okay, that sounds like a deal. Let's make a tag with our scraps. Okay, so we need some scrap cut to the size of a tag. That's not quite big enough. I'm going to make a bigger one. That's a really good idea, Beth. Let's do that. That was silly. I cut it a little too. I'm going to make a long tag. I haven't made a long tag in a while. Let's find some book paper to put on it, or we've got our envelope. We usually have our security envelope stuff. Let's do that. Book paper or security envelope stuff. Anything you want to do. Oh yes. How about a bookmarker? That would work too. So I have some book pages. Oh, I have some Mod Podge. And I had to mix up some new Mod Podge. I had to go get some glue. I couldn't mix it up until I got some more glue. Thank you, Susan, for giving us that tip. Because it seems to work very nicely. But I gotta stir that up a little. Yeah, the other piece would make an ATC. It's a little small, I think. Yeah, I just cut it a little small. We can cut another one though. We'll do a tag and an ATC at the same time. I hadn't stirred the glue in. So this will get anybody that's not done time to finish up their pages. Well, I don't usually do that, but that's all right. Okay, Carl. Maybe we can do some paper embellishments with the scraps that were with the little bit on our tags and stuff. I'm going to put that back in there. Baby wipes for what, $80? Oh, for your for instead of the wax paper, it would just not be very transparent, which would be fine. Oh, I really got slimy with the Mod Podge today. That's right. It's not transparent. It's translucent. Right, Mary? Is that the right word? Okay. We need some little images. Where's my image folder? I need some color too, so I'm going to use those scraps for color. And I think I'm going to use my glue stick from now on instead of the Mod Podge because it's kind of slimy. Guys, I think it would work. I mean, try it. That's the thing. Try it. But I think I'm going to use glue stick instead of the Mod Podge. The Mod Podge is just making everything slimy. And that means I need into here. Okay. Oh dear. I've lost y'all. Okay. Where's this? There we go. Beth. Oh, for dryer sheets next time, I had told Lisa I thought that the baby wipes were a little thick for what I wanted because I really wanted you to have them to see through, but I had suggested some real fine fabric or something like that for the next time. And yes, Beth, you guys can be the baby wipe testers. Yeah, Cheryl, some my dryer sheets are pretty close to wax paper. You know what? You could use wax paper for next time too. That would work too. So I am going to just add some color to these pages, just with some glue stick. Yes, Mary. Oh yeah, Beth, that might work too. Tulle might work. Would work. I just realized that too. Guys, hold on a minute. I'm going to close the blinds so that you're not getting that afternoon glare. It has been kind of gray all day, and now all of a sudden it's decided to be shiny. Yeah, Beth, that should work. That would work, I think. I don't see why it wouldn't. Um, only problem was is I didn't prepare not to use the glue stick, and I get glue all over my fingers when I do this. That's what those transparency sheets that I got from the thrift store are. Speech Fairies. They're they're the same thing that you would use for overhead projection. These are weird. The way they go through the printer is probably weird. They have a white edge on them. So I think we'll use these today. They're fun. Boy, I have made a complete mess. I had this all cleaned up. Yeah, like I said, $80. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do next week because I have to have a project that's not as too long. I was real surprised that today's project went as well as it did and that everybody finished it so nicely. That's why we're getting to play with something extra. But next week I have to be late. So or I'm going to be late. I don't have to do anything, guys. But I'm going to be late. Oh, I think it needs a face underneath it. Let's see what we got. Some eyeballs, maybe. Yeah, I like that too. Let's see, can this moose wear the glasses? No. That's not a moose, it's a deer. Yeah, she is. Sunday, I'm letting them, I told them Sunday and Tuesday evenings, they were going to have to be on their own. They had to leave me alone. Yeah, Jerry, she's going to be here for a couple of weeks, so I will see her enough. That's, if that tells you anything. I'm guessing that maybe Mom and she will go to the book sale too, but I'm not going to worry about them afterwards. This pomegranate is going to wear these glasses. Nope, that's her nose. There we go. There we go. Took me a minute. That has to be three-dimensional. when I say that, what it means is I want to make these things stick out over the page. So oh, Jerry, I know. I also know that I will need a break. So will my husband, desperately. Double stick duct tape. Double stick tape, that would... Okay, Cheryl, I'm not sure what for, but instead of the glue stick. And yes, Jerry. I probably won't be in any of the lives this next week and a half, not Mary's or Becky's or Lisa's, except for Tuesday night, just because of having company. But Sunday and Tuesday night. Oh, guys, I have not done my... Jerry, did you get your tin done? I haven't seen it come up as far as a post. I have not done my altered tin yet. I have been bad. I haven't gotten it done. I hope some of you might be considering playing. I know Jerry had an idea she was going to work on. So... Deli paper would be really cool. Sherry, that's an excellent idea. Susan, yes. Yeah. Guys, Sherry just thought of deli paper, and deli paper would work really well. I could have grabbed deli paper and you wouldn't have to have alcohol markers. Yeah. She's okay. Jerry's working on her altered tin challenge. Holly, we finished up our windows, and I'll show you mine in just a minute. We finished up our windows, so we're just playing with a tag or whatever. Beth was using her scraps. making a mess. I'm working on embellishment for a tag. Which I'm afraid I just got too small. It's all right. Yeah, there we go. It worked. And I'll show you our windows in just a minute. Yeah, leftovers and just odds and ends of stuff that I had on my table and around. And what I'm doing right now is I decided I wanted to put this on the tag straight, and I made the tag small, so I wanted it to be able to hang off, and therefore I just put it on some cardstock so that it will do. Holly, we made this is wax paper, but deli paper, anything that you can draw on, we're going to put this like so behind this one. Let me get some white paper behind it. Like so. I painted these black because I thought they would show up better. So there's that one. And Becky says she's doing a box on Wednesday night, guys. Thank you, Susan. And then this one over here, this is the last page we did. And I will probably put some color behind it as well. I want to paint these, let them get dry, and paint the back sides. So, needless to say, that's not going to get finished today. And I didn't think, and before I drew out my design for coloring, I got the wet. Then we have this one. That's the first one we did. And then we have this one, which is the third one we did. Thank you, Susan and Susan. Oh, well, Cheryl. When I started painting the second one. Okay. So you saw some of them at least. I gotta remember to finish that. Okay. See, now when I cut this out, and I'm just using some more of that cardstock weight stuff that comes in the mail as background. But I'll cut this out and it'll have some stand up to it. Carl you made the comment about paper embellishments. I do a lot. I back little images a lot with this kind of cardboard, this weight cardboard or heavier cardboard, because it tends to make the embellishments stand out a little bit. It just gives it some body and makes it stand up. I don't know if anybody else's desk has turned into a total disaster, but mine has. This whole end of the studio is a mess. And I was getting it organized. Okay. Well, Susan, that's true, but remember, you don't have to do it in a hurry. Okay, so that is my little embellishment that I'm going to put on there. Now, the thing of it is once I glue it on, this is all funky on the back. I will put some white paper or something, cream colored paper, something on the back that's solid so that it can be written on. Yep, it's a pomegranate bug. But now, because this doesn't show up a lot, I'm just going to take this piece of paper, and I'm just using this piece of paper as so that it doesn't end up everywhere, because the piece of paper will absorb the alcohol marker. And I'm just going to take my marker and draw along the edges and see if I tip it and just put it on the edge, so that I'm outlining it, and I'm just using the paper as a to keep from making a mess on my table. If I just angle my marker, it will usually draw. For some reason it's not wanting to. There we go. It's just how you angle your marker. And see, now it's got a black line, sort of outlining it, but it's... And I just put things under me a lot to do this. You could also ink the edges if you wanted to. I'm just making it stand out. Cheryl, yeah, they're very fun. I have a bunch of little embellishments that I want to do some stuff with. I actually have a video I've started working on to make tiny paper embellishments. To avoid buying things. Okay, so now I have that part, but I'm thinking it needs some more outlining, some more attitude. Oops. Sometimes when you get in a hurry. There, I like that better. Yeah, it looks like a bug. I like that it looks like a bug. Kind of came out cool. I think I want rounded corners. Oh, I guess I better trim that a little bit. Oh, Becky, that's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait. Okay. So I'm going to put this bug kind of down here at the bottom. Now, like kind of right there. Ugh. Now, I can't get that open, so I think we're going to use this kind of glue, which is fine. A fish is coming straight at me. Oh, yes, that's what it looks like. That's right. It does look like, I agree. It looks like a fish. Oh, it does look so much like a fish. That glue just squished out all over everywhere. Okay. Now it needs a quote. That's why I got this little book. Let's find a good quote. Oh, I like this. And if I loved you Wednesday, well, what is that to you? I do not love you Thursday. So much is true. That's funny. Oh, I didn't realize these are in here by by subject. Well, that's interesting. I hadn't looked at this that closely. I saw it was, I just grabbed it. I like this one. A weed is no more than a flower in disguise, which is seen through at once if love give man eyes. It is by J.R. Lowell. So we'll just take that one out. Gave you an idea for a flower part. Cool. It's all about ideas. And I could tear the whole page, guys, but if I leave the page in there, then it keeps the little pieces from falling out all over the place. Let's see about putting this. I'm going to make it a little smaller. It's a little too big for my spots. No, it's going to have to go up here. I put this down too far, is what I did. Ah, it's stuck now. Oh, Mr. Limp, yes! Mary's got her playlist for her stained glass art journal up, guys, and you do want to take a look at that. Yes, she does kind of look like him. And I was going to put like so. And like so. It's an old video, guys, is what Mary says. Okay, now I should have inked that a little bit before I put it on there. So yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to use this is one of those Stabilo all pencils. It's a water soluble marker or pencil that writes on everything. And I'm just going to go around it. Kind of scratchy, kind of grungy. Ta-da! Now we got a tag, or a ATC. Let's play with that and see what we can do. I love these city buildings. I've been seeing a lot of them that I really like. Becky's got an ATC. Beth, did you say you had gotten one done too? Or a tag? Bling dots. Oh, yeah, we got to have some dots. I'm going to think about that for a minute. Okay, I noticed. Okay. I have some little flowers over here on my table that I didn't pick up yet, and a gear. So I think we have this cityscape. We are going to pretend this little gear is a flower. And we're going to make little flowers on our city. Okay, Patricia. Oh, don't worry about goofs, Cheryl. Okay, we need to put the gear in with the flowers, though, so that it looks like it's a flower. Okay. Oh, that's okay. These are just little punched flowers from paper I had jelly plated. That one doesn't want to go down. Thank you, Jerry, for coming and playing. Go have fun getting dinner started. Yeah, I'll probably be gone when you get back. Because sooner or later I'll have to go start dinner. I don't know what we're having, but I'll have to go do it. Seems to me, where are they? I had I don't know if I have a small enough word. I was just thinking about a small enough word to go on there. And I'm going to use treasure. Hmm. Okay, let's. I'm just playing with it. Just. That needs something. Most definitely needs something. Like that's going on there like that. It's always nice to have company. But I believe Susan said after 3 days, fish and company. Okay. And you guys saw that this is just the stuff that was on my desk. Now, I did pull those out of my envelope that I keep for the junk journal. Okay, but this needs edged. And Mary does cool edges with paint. I'm not so good with paint on the edges. What I'd like is to have gold around edges sometimes, and I'm not real sure a gold pen would work, and I think that's what I'd have to do with paint. Okay, now we may need some Posca pen. Oh, that's the white one. Yeah, that's true, Susan. That is true. I think we're going to go for white. Little white dots. So let's see, is this the... Okay. Now they're not going to show up as well over here on the creamy stuff. But I'm still going to put them on there. so. I think that one's done. Well, I hope your hands are not hurting so bad, Cheryl. Sorry, I forget to talk. I get to playing with my stuff. I also think that this needs edged. Sometimes just that little bit of border makes a big difference. Tried to do it a different way and kind of messed it up. There we go. There. So we did a tag and it. Uh-oh, what's going on? Okay, Mary, I'd love to see them. If I don't get up in time, I'll get on later and watch them. I think it's going on 4 o'clock, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. I really like these guys that came out with just what was on our table. Like I said, I'll put I've got some cream color paper I'll put on the backs of these just so that there's writing space on the back of them. For the fun of it. Oh, Mary, I don't worry about it, but if I'm up in time, I'd like to watch. Every once in a while, I get up in time just to catch you at the end. It seems like it's always the very end of your show that I catch. Thanks, guys. We need to have a creativity quote. Okay, Carl, I'm sure it's time for bed. I'm glad you were all able to be here. I'm going to read you a quote from my 1001 Ways to Creativity. Thank you guys. Thank you all for being here. Not everything you try out will succeed, but all successful creative acts begin with trying something out. I like that one. Okay, guys. Have fun. Big, giant hugs. Janet, Lisa, everybody, Becky. Thanks, all of my mods, for helping out. Susan, I really appreciate you guys a lot. So, see you tomorrow at Lisa's if I can. And if not, we'll see you Tuesday night at 7 Central for Lisa. And we're going to do the first... Oh, bye, Joan. The first part of our program will be here on my channel, and that's on the 22nd, and on the 29th will be on Lisa's channel. But yeah, we'll all see you tomorrow at Lisa's at 7 p.m. Lisa's is 7 p.m. Central. So, bye, everybody. Have a good afternoon. What's left of it.